Don't give your money to a man. A man's responsibility is to provide. How can he provide anything if he's looking to get money out of you? He's not any man that you ought to be associating with if he asks you for money, period. Just mark him off as being a loser and walk away.
If a man asks you for money, a man you just met, a man that you're dating, a man you're not married to, the answer is no. No, you can't have my credit cards and you sure can't have my cash. If a man is asking you for money, it's a red flag. No, it's a deal breaker because men are wired to protect and provide. They're going to go get that money. They're going to pick up an extra shift. They're going to get an extra job. They're going to get a side hustle. They're going to ask their family. They're going to talk to their boys. They're going to reach out to their coworkers, but he shouldn't be asking you.
If a boyfriend that is asking you for money, be aware that this guy probably is trying to scam, taking money from you. If you ever met him online, you never saw him in person yet, that is extremely dangerous. And I may tell you that because there are guys that are asking for $50. You know, not much, but a little money. And they say things like, oh, you know what, it's because my credit card is not working right now and I need this deposit. If a guy also is telling you, oh, you know what, it's because I was fired and I had to help my mom. When they use like a family member, or oh, I need the food for my child. In this moment, just help me right now, but I will receive the money next week from my job. And so they start asking you little money. Seems little here for United States, for United Kingdom, for Australia, but when they start asking you little, they go for bigger money. And if they ever exist and you met them in person, so it is a real person, and so you are relieved, that's okay, it's a real guy, you know, he was just struggling with some money. He'll think you honor him money, so you must give him money more, and that is reality, and pay everything for him. Yes, that could happen, so be aware of that, ladies. I wish you good luck. So please leave me a comment if that ever happened for you, for a family member, or for a friend of yours.
You know, there's one huge red flag when it comes to dating that I don't think enough people talk about. And that to me is men who come to you and they're already in need of your resources. You just met this man and all of a sudden he's telling you about how his roommates are doing this and that, and he might need a place to stay real soon, and he may have to stay with you. I just met you, sir. A man who already is looking at your pockets, might need money, might need to borrow money, and you've only been dating him for a short amount of time, might need to borrow your car for a little bit because his is acting up or in the shop. A man who just met you and already has his eyes on something that you have might be using you. Some men aren't looking for love, they're looking for help, and they're also looking to get access to your resources. If you ever want to know if a man's intentions towards you are pure, test him. When in doubt, try him out, okay? Tell him no. If you feel like he's using you for your body, tell him, you don't feel comfortable having sex right now, so you're going to have to cut it off. And see if the romantic relationship is still being pursued. Tell him you can't let him borrow your car anymore, that you can't let him borrow any money anymore, that he can't stay with you. When you tell a man no, then you get to see what he's really made of. Because if he's truly interested in you, wanting to get to know you, wanting to be with you, that shouldn't be a deal breaker. But if you don't want a man who only wants to be with you as long as you're telling yes to everything he wants from you, as long as you're giving him everything that he wants, as long as he's able to overstep the boundaries. No, you need to be able to tell him no and then take a step back and see how he reacts. If the calls start slowing down, if all the good morning, beautiful texts start to dry up, okay, if your phone is dry all of a sudden and you're like, he was ringing my phone up, then you realize he was using the relationship to get other things from you. Some men know that you want to be in a relationship so bad, they will test to see how desperate you are by asking you for more and more and more as early as possible. A man who wants to be with you, a man who wants to provide for you, eventually, he won't feel comfortable asking you for anything up front. He would rather struggle. He would rather use his last couple of dollars to take you out on a date. He would rather do all those things to keep having to ask you and have you think for even a millisecond that he's trying to use you. But a man who's asking you for all kinds of things when you just met him, he's testing you. He wants to see how desperate you are. He will see how far you will let him go. It's how low can you go? It's the relationship limbo. He wants to know, will you let me have your car? Can I borrow your car? Okay, great. My phone's about to get cut off and I don't want to not be able to call you. Can you help me with the phone bill? Like when he starts asking you for stuff like that early on, he's testing you to see your level of desperation. Tell him no, okay? Cut him off with a quickness if you have any doubt. Like I said, when in doubt, try.
Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel. So in today's video, guys, we'll be talking about a topic that has been circulating for a while, especially in the dating and relationship space. And this is why ladies should never give money. Okay, why a lady should never give money. So topic. I know some people may disagree with me. That's fine, but I'm here to give you the perspective based on experience and observation. First and foremost, let's talk about respect. When you're constantly bailing someone out financially, especially a man you're dating or in a relationship with you risk blurring the lines of respect. Men are naturally wired to be providers, and when a woman steps in and takes on the role, it can be diminishing. Okay, so another thing that I want to talk about is over time, this imbalance can lead to resentment, and in many cases, the man loses respect for the woman. He may even start to feel entitled to your money, and that's a dangerous road to go. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, if I care about him and he's struggling, shouldn't I? It's natural to want to help the people you love, but here is where you need to be careful. Helping financially and enabling poor behavior are two very different things. If he's constantly relying on you to fund his lifestyle, it's time to take a step back and ask yourself, okay, is he genuinely in need of the money? Okay, or is he genuinely working toward financial independence, or is he just taking advantage of the generosity? Another thing is to keep in mind is the potential for manipulation. Unfortunately, there are men out there who play on women kindness and financial stability. They will make you feel like you're the only person who can help them, and before you know it, you are draining your bank account for someone who doesn't really value you. And let me tell you, once you start giving money, it's hard to stop. He will come up with excuse after excuse. His car broke down, he lost his job, his rent is late, and if you keep saying yes, he'll keep coming back. It becomes a cycle of dependency, and you're the one left feeling used and drained, guys. So both emotionally and financially. So let's also talk about self-worth. When you give a man money, especially when it's out of the gut or desire to keep him around, you're advertisely lowering your value in his eyes. Men respect women who set boundaries and demand the same level of respect in return. By constantly giving him money, you're sending the message that you don't believe you deserve better. And ladies, let me tell you, you do deserve better. You deserve a man who will stand on his own 2 feet and bring something to the table. A relationship should be about mutual support, not one person carrying the financial load. And here is something a lot of women don't realize until now. It's too late. Men who rely on women financially often lose attraction for them. Why? Because deep down they know they aren't stepping up in the way they should. Men are naturally driven by the need to provide and protect, and when they can't do that, it messes with their sense of self. If a man becomes too comfortable depending on you financially, it's like that the dynamic of the relationship will shift, and not in a good way. He may start to distance himself emotionally, or worse, he might start looking for someone else who doesn't remind him of his shortcuts. Now, I'm not saying all men are like this, but you need to be conscious. A man who truly value you will never want to put you in a position where you feel obligated or to give him money. He will find a way to handle his financial issues without leaning on you. And ladies, it's important to remember that your money should be your own. You have worked hard for it, and you deserve to spend it on things that make you happy and improve your life. Don't sacrifice your financial future for someone who is not willing to put in the work for theirs. Let's all touch on the emotional toll this takes. Constantly giving a man money can leave you feeling drained and frustrated. You might start to resent him for not pulling his weight, and that resentment can build up over time, leading to the breakdown of the relationship. Money is a major cause of conflict in relationship, and if you're always the one giving, it creates an unhealthy power dynamic. You deserve to be with someone who contributes equally, who has the same financial goals and values as you. Okay, let's not forget about your future. Every dollar you give to a man who is not contributing to your life is a dollar you could be saving or investing in yourself, whether that's in your career, your education, your hobbies, even just enjoying life. Your financial security should be your top priority. Don't jeopardize that for anyone, especially to a man who is not willing to stand on his own. So, ladies, the next time you're tempted to give a man, ask yourself this: is this helping him grow, or is it enabling him to stay stuck? And more importantly, how is this affecting your self-worth and financial well-being? You deserve to be with someone who brings as much as you do to the table, emotionally, mentally, and yes, financially. Remember, you're not a bank, and your money is not for lending. Stay strong, set boundaries, and know you're worthy. If a man truly loves you, he won't ask you for money. He wants to earn it private and provide for you in ways that go beyond finances. That's it for today, guys. So you just have to, like, if someone just comes to you and asks you for money, especially if it's your boyfriend, sometimes it turns out to be a scam. People are scammers, and they just want to take advantage because they know that you have enough. So you, as a lady, you have to protect yourself because you have worked for this money. You can't just be giving like that. Okay, yeah, so that's what I think about today's video, guys. I don't know what you think. Kindly leave some comments for me so that we discuss in the comment section. Bye bye. All we had today.